What's up, everybody? Well, today I'm going to be showing you another Hoover Elite that I just got from my collection. This here is another Hoover Preferred that I actually just bought off eBay. Yep, this is another eBay buy. And this vacuum is in relatively good condition. And this is actually one of the newer styles of the Elite, which you can tell because down there, as you can see, I know it's kind of hard to see, but this is one of the variants that had the 12 amp motor compared to the 7.2 amp of the older models. In fact, I do still have the older model of Preferred, which I will go and leave a link to that vacuum in the description box. But anyway, let's go over this one. Like I said, this is one of the newer styles for the Hoover Elite before they were discontinued. Well, not discontinued all the way. They actually were brought back for commercial use later on. But this is one of the last of the good homeowner Elites. As you can see, it's got the same lettering as the older style Preferreds. 100% of dust mites and their eggs. Allergen filtration, 99.98% of ragweed pollens and grass pollens. And by the way, I'll show you the bag. Like I said, Type A Hoover bags is what all of these Elites run. They're very nice and large, in which I run a genuine HEPA bag to gain filtration. And it actually makes much more airflow with this setup compared to a paper bag. So here it is down here. It's got brushed edge cleaning, the 16 cleaning performance, or cleaning effectiveness per amp as they called back then. Not too sure why Hoover did that. I'm thinking it was just a marketing technique. Nice big Hoover lettering right there. And like I said, this has the 12 amp motor. And here's the carpet height adjustment. It has 4 carpet height settings. One thing that is very interesting about this is the carpet height setting. And the wheels are actually don't pop up into the air when you put the vacuum upright. You know, it doesn't raise the vacuum head off the floor. They actually stay flush on the ground, just like the old 80s style Elites, the 350 and the 600. And whatever carpet height you leave at, it'll stay at that particular carpet height. Which mainly the prime reason they did it so it raises off the floor is so it'll make clearance for the Brushroll. I'm not too sure why they didn't offer that feature on this, but it's just kind of interesting. You have a newer style Elite with the older style carpet height adjustment. Which, by the way, down here is the Brushroll. This is not the original Brushroll that came with this. This is actually a replacement by Cleveland Wood Products. And it actually almost looks like the original Brushroll from the untrained eye. But this is, and I hate to admit this, far more superior to the genuine Hoover Brushrolls because this has seal ball bearings on both sides. One thing I do like about this vacuum, to give it more aesthetically pleasing looks, is the bumper is actually tan, and the handle cover, just like the older Preferred, is tan as well. It also includes, let's see back here, tan colored attachments, but it still has just the old black extension wand. Which right away, here's your dusting brush, your crevice tool, and the upholstery tool. And by the way, since this is a newer model and one of the more base models in the Hoover lineup of this time, it has the wraparound hose instead of the side mount hose like the older models did. So, unfortunately, these don't come in stretch hoses. But one thing I do like about the wraparound hose model is they have this, is the end here has this nice little curve, which makes a more ergonomic grip right here. Oh, for some reason that piece is broken off, but that won't affect anything. And which, by the way, I'll go ahead and show you the model number. There it is right here, if my camera will focus. Model U5093-940. 120 volts, 60 hertz, 12 amps. And the serial number right here, the first 4 digits of the serial number is, you can tell the month and the year that this was manufactured. So this was actually manufactured in October of 2001. You'd never think these Elites have gone for that long, because they were actually debuted in the late 80s. And that time the convertible was still in production. And everyone fell in love with them immediately because of how lightweight they were. And they were not as big and bulky compared to a convertible. So anyway, I'll go ahead and give this thing a run and show you a demo of it cleaning here. Now, I would like to point out this thing is pretty noisy when it's running, so that's just a heads up for all you headphone users. You might want to turn down your volume for this part. Here we go. Wood brush roll cleans very good. Look how nice the carpet lines are. Oh, and look at this. Watch this. See that? It propels itself. Vacuum runs very nice and smooth. It's pretty noisy, but this thing draws so much airflow. This 12 amp motor is extremely powerful, much more than the 7 amps. And before we end the video, I will go ahead and show you this vacuum in tool mode. Anyway, just in typical Elite fashion, you just put the hose down into this little port right here, and now you can use your tools. And the suction from this is not the highest because it's direct air. This vacuum does have excellent suction out of any of the Elites I have because of how much air this thing draws. There's your extension line. apparatus tool. And lastly, dusting brush. All right. Very nice. Just simply hook that back in and wrap it around the top, latch these in place, and there you have it. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this review of the Hoover Preferred upright vacuum. Don't forget to like, rate, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.